Hello, dear Catalina. This is German Sanchez, and now I'm going to present my case of study with regards to the physical international distribution. Question number one, identify the nature of cargo at the case. We are talking about carbon, so this is a hazardous material. That means that the type of cargo, or nature of the cargo is solid bulk cargo. The cargo is classified as hazard material, which is a solid flammable, and that's why it's classified as number 4. Question number 2. Identify the Incoterms used in the company and explain them. I identified two types of negotiations, so I identified two types of Incoterms. The first one that I identified Incoterms is of FOB. That is because the seller has the responsibility to deliver the goods on board, and he has to pay the transportation to the port, and then he has to pay the loading to the vessel. That means the Incoterm FOB. The other negotiation that I identified is because the buyer had to deliver the goods to the port of destination. Actually, he has to pay taxes and unloading cost and the transportation costs. So this Incoterm that I identify here is CPT, which is carriage to pay. That means that the seller has to deliver the goods to the port of destination. He has to pay transportation all the way along the destination port, and then he has to pay taxes and everything involved to the exportation and getting to the destination port. Question number 3. Identify and describe the documents used in the international physical distribution, then say which is the most important and why. I identify the most important documents as the first one is commercial invoice, which is, by the way, for me is the most important document because in this document is all information relevant to the goods, prices, and kind of material, kind of money, everything that needs to be known during the transportation, customs, and negotiation. So for me, the commercial invoice is the most important document. Then we have the packing list, which is the one you have all the information of the material transported. Bill of lading, this one is document used for the transport by ocean. The airway bill is the document used that describe the goods in the air transportation by air. The consignment note is a document that shows the details of the goods that had been sent from a seller to a buyer. Then is the MTO. This is a document, it's like a contract for the cargo transportation, and it is used only for multimodal transport. There is the insurance policy, which is the insurance document that accompanies the goods. The certificate of origin, which is the document that says which is the origin of the goods that are transported. And their license of export, which is the document that permits the exportation of the material that is being transported. Question number 4. Based on the PDF Module 1, explain the containers and pallets used in logistics process. First of all, I just want to say that there are no information with regards to the containers and pallets in the Model 1. So I had to use an external source for describe this point for this question. There are more than 14 kinds of containers in logistics process. So I'm going to pick only 5 of them to describe. First one is the standard. You can see the picture on there. This is the most common one. They are 20-foot and 40-foot containers. They are all enclosed. High cube is similar to the standard container, but it's bigger in their its measures. They have 2,191 millimeters, which are 8 foot and 6 inches, and 9 foot and 6 inches tall. So these containers are bigger, the same 40 foot long, sometimes are 45 long. The hardtop containers, they are usually made in steel. They are corrugated to make it stronger. Its floor is made in wood, and the structure base point for this one is that it has a removable steel roof. So you can remove the roof, and the header of the door can be pushed out, so we'll be out of this part. The open top is another common container, and let's say that this one you can open the walls, and also the top, the floor is made in wood, but the roof is removable. This is not a hard top like the before one. This one has bows and some tarpaulin removable, and also the door header might be pushed out, so you can free the container of these ones. The other one is the flat rack. This one is a high loading capacity because it is like an open in all parts. This one can be made in 20 and 40 foot, and it is very easy to use because you can remove almost everything. And continue with the fourth question. This is with regards to the pallets. Let's say that there are some kind of pallets, depends on the material they are made on, and there are 5 kind of those. There are like cardboard, they are used for paper, they are very light. Plastic pallets, they are good for transportation because they don't need treatment like wood. Metal pallets, they are stronger. Wood pallets, they are the most common ones, and they have to be treated in the wood for exportation. And the processed wood pallets, they are very light too. They are used for protection. There are 2 types of pallets, basically in their measures. The European type is 1.2 meters for 80 centimeters. It's a little bit smaller than the American one, which is 1.2 meters by 1 meter. This one is the most common one. This one is used global. Okay, that's all that I have to say for now. Thank you much for your attention. You can find the reference sources that I use for gathering this information. Thank you much again, and I wait for your comments. Thank you, teacher. Bye-bye.